Whiskey fam, sit down, grab a dram, and listen to myself and Patrick Starkey in the house talk a little whiskey with you. So, Patrick did not know he was going to come on over and do this review for us. So I'm excited that he brought these bottles last weekend and asked if I wanted to do a review. And of course I said yes. We've already poured them just to kind of kick things off and let them breathe and settle a little bit. And so to my right, which would be your left watching, is going to be the weeder. And as we like to say with the high rye, we call him a ryer.
I thought it was Ryder.
Ryder? So I don't know. We're going to workshop it. So are you sure you got the right one?
Yes,
okay.
Logo.
Gotcha. All right. So cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
Nose-wise, soft. So real quick, as we're nosing this, the mash bill, 52% corn, which is a varietal. I'm going to look at the label because I totally forgot the name of this guy. But Beck's 6225 for all you nerds out there. And essentially, he's working on different corn varietals, different hybrids. According to them, it takes either a couple years, maybe even over a decade to get the hybrids just right. And with this grain to glass release, and like the others, they're really exploring like what is the impact or the overall change in flavor with using different seeds, different grains, right? And we're going to try that out. But right now, this is a weeder. I'm not getting very much spice.
That was really soft. Some apple.
Okay. Yeah. These are what I would consider premium bottles. They're not cheap. I think MSRP is somewhere between 100 to 130. Kind of depends if you're shopping online or if you're walking into a store, they might have them for different prices, but that's kind of the going rate. And I'm always looking for something extra if I'm going to pay a little bit over a Benjamin. At least that's for me anyway. But let's dive in and have a taste, shall we? Cheers. Okay. What are your thoughts?
Cinnamon.
Okay. Yeah, there's a candy cinnamon. It's on the sweeter side.
No, it's like a red hot. Coats the entire mouth.
Why Heaven Hill? What made you want to grab these?
So coming up, getting into whiskey, years ago, I would buy Heaven Hill products, but I would chase other distilleries, right? Mm-hmm. But whenever anybody would approach me and ask me, like, what should I get? I'm trying to get into whiskey. I would always, without a doubt, recommend Elijah Craig. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. It's just, it was. And I was recommending it so much that I realized that I didn't even have a bottle of regular Elijah Craig. Like, I just had all the fancy bottles.
Oh, so, yeah. All the single barrel proofs.
Heaven Hill's, it's always a good distillery, always a good product. Taste may vary, but it's, they're always solid. So I've never been let down by a Heaven Hill product.
I want to have one more, and then I'm going to jump right into the high rye. So cheers again. What are your guys' thoughts? Like, are you into Heaven Hill? What are your thoughts on Heaven Hill products? Man, I honestly like this weeder. I do need to admit something though. As much as I like it, it feels sort of like a one-trick pony. So if you're looking for a lot of things to happen in your glass, just know that it doesn't take you on this big joyride, but it's very pleasant. It's one of those, like, think of it like vanilla ice cream. You don't really get a lot of depth with vanilla ice cream, but if you like vanilla ice cream, you're gonna really enjoy it, right? It does taste fantastic. It tastes good to me, but there's not like a lot going on. So I just wanna leave it at that. What are your thoughts? Do you feel the same or not really?
Mostly the same. It's very, like I said, I get cinnamon red hot candy, right? Got that apple on the nose, and then the finish is there, but it's not long, and it doesn't add or take away to the experience, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for sure.
so it's a good pour. Definitely, I would say on the crushable side. If I, was sitting here, like watching football all day or something, you could probably work through a good bit of the bottle, which may be a bad thing for some people.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not a pour that I regret drinking, right?
Yeah.
It just doesn't do much. It's not a thinking man's pour, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So let's dive into the high rye, the ryer. We'll make it work. Rider. I got to say the nose on it is much more going on, at least.
Yeah, I'm getting some stone fruit. This is more apricot to me than the other one.
I get this black tea thing happening, a little leather. Wood is definitely more out there. This one felt, again, real waxy, softer, not really woody. This one has more wood. Legs wise, I think they both have about the same. On this glass, there's a lot of beads that cling to the glass. On this one, seems a little sticky. Got the long legs on it, for sure.
It's definitely more oily.
Yeah. So let's have a little sip. Cheers again. Cheers to all you. Okay. Well, it should probably come as no surprise, for me anyway. But I'm favoring the high rye. How about you?
Yeah, it's getting hit with that Kentucky hug right now. Long finish.
Long finish, yep.
I will say, right before we drank, got a pretty big green note on the nose. Tasting that rye or smelling that rye coming through. But yeah, it's got a lot more depth.
Okay. Coco agrees. My boxer agrees.
Yeah. So
more depth, yeah. This Coca-Cola, this cherry cola starts to kind of come off the palate. Definitely more layered than the Weeder. I will say the Weeder just had this one note and it came and it went and that's about it. The finish is really long. Like the flavor is just kind of hanging on. It really does it justice. And I'm probably swaying you guys watching because, I'm already speaking about what my favorite is so far. It's immediate. Just because there seems to be more happening on it. But I like this. This is a fantastic bourbon. This one tastes good, but this one tastes like great.
Right.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
They could both be dangerous bottles, dangerously good, right? You can get caught up in the moment really quick because they are easygoing. They're very approachable. The flavor's good. This one, I feel like the flavor is great. It kind of reminds me of what's a quintessential bourbon you want to have? What do you want to break out to the party where everybody's going to have a good time? I would say either one could do the job, but this one would definitely get a couple nods. People would probably want more pours of this guy, in my opinion. What are your final thoughts on that?
Yeah, I agree. As long as they're into the complexity and breaking down the flavor notes and everything. I think this one has its place, right? More of, hey, let's drink something, not think about it, and kind of just enjoy the flavors, because it does have really good flavor, but it stops as soon as you swallow it. There's really no finish on it, and you don't get that evolution on your palate. So
yeah, I'm gonna go back to the Weeder just real quick and give you my final thoughts on which one I am gonna pick first, if given the choice between the two, and I can't walk away with both. So, cheers one more time. Yeah, that one's still good. Still good. And going back to it, it has this almost toasted marshmallow quality to it, a lot of vanilla, a very subtle nuttiness. It's not oak, not in the way that I'm used to tasting oak from bourbons, right? But very soft, very approachable. And if you are going to get both of these, you are going to introduce them to the party, definitely start with this and then graduate to that. Good to wet the whistle.
Yeah.
Good kickstart, and then all right, let's turn up the heat a little bit. So, but as far as I'm concerned, I personally feel like these two bottles speak more to, I would say, the whiskey curious. And the main reason I'm saying that is, these aren't groundbreaking bourbons. Let me just be honest. When you taste these blind, if nobody tells you any details, you're going to assume that, okay, there's definitely something different with these mash bills if you're saying that these are the same whiskey. Because they are bourbon, but they're not the same mash bill, right? So then you don't have the same whiskey, but comparing them side by side, you definitely notice the difference.
I would say this one is more for the whiskey curious, and this would probably be borderline connoisseur.
Okay.
Because I feel like someone that drinks this is going to want to sit with it and kind of dissect the notes, get what they're tasting. I just went back for another pour after having the weeder, and completely different notes on the finish.
You're talking about this guy, right?
Yeah.
The high rye.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's been evolving every sip, whereas this one, it changed a little bit from the first sip that we had, but it's kind of just the same thing, right?
Yeah.
This is I would say this would be a good pour to have if you're interested in different takes on a weeder, right? Something a little different than your standard Larceny or Maker's Mark.
Yeah.
But it's very much, we've talked about this before, weeded bourbons are kind of limited.
They can be, yeah.
In their range, right?
Mm-hmm. Last question. You can only bring one to the party. Which one is it?
This one.
Okay.
Because I want this one for myself.
I like that. This is a good take. That's a hot take. You know what? I'm gonna do the same. No, honestly, if given the choice, I can only bring one. I won't be selfish, but I'll bring this. And you know why? Because it ain't my bottle to begin with. So you guys can have as much of this as you guys want. So there's that.
Exactly.
That's how I roll. So always share your friends' bottles because they want you to.
Speaking of, we're going to have this one next, right?
There you go.
Or is it this one?
Hey, we could do either one. What do you guys want to see? Do you guys want to see us jump into one of these guys up here? Leave a comment down below. Hey, man, this has been really fun. I appreciate you coming over. And like I said, this was kind of a shotgun review. He did not anticipate being invited to do a review, but I'm glad you did, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You got it. To all you guys watching, always remember, here at Whiskey One, it's about the one you enjoy. Cheers. Whiskey fan, don't do that. Come on. We have an unprofessional, unseasoned mimer in the house, so stick around.